How's it going, guys? I'm Maddie, and I finally finished my first semester of my master's in clinical nutrition, and today I'm just going to be talking about how it went. Let's get started. So just to get you guys up to speed, I am in a Future Education Model Graduate Program, or FEMG. I talk about that in another video. But basically it's a Master's of Science in Clinical Nutrition for people who technically don't have to have a background in nutrition, like me. So it's a 16-month program, which is pretty quick. The shortest I've seen is 12 months, and this is the next shortest at 16. So that's super nice because I definitely just want to get this done and get out into the workforce. But how it works is it's 8 months online, and then the next 8 months are at a clinical site doing clinical rotations, basically. Several different ones, I'm not sure exactly which, but I'll let you know. So the first semester was 5 classes. It was medical nutrition therapy, pharmacology, a research course, a counseling class, and then a nutrition assessment course. So they were, like I said, 2 hours every week, but a lot of the work was done before class, and it was like flipped classroom based. So we would do the pre-work, watch like recorded lectures basically, and then we would come to class and we would get put into breakout rooms and then discuss the topics. A lot of times we would do case studies and then in our small groups, and then come back to the big class. My class only has 25 people in it, and then discuss it as a whole. So things that surprised me were there were a ton of projects. Like, I was not expecting the amount of projects that this program was going to have. I don't know if that's because I haven't really looked into master's programs before, but there are so many projects, literally due every other week. So that was kind of overwhelming, as well as the research aspect of just the courses as a whole. Every project that we were doing, and like I said, there were a lot, were research based. So we are like on our school's online library looking at journals, like extracting information, summarizing them, and then like synthesizing that information or using them as evidence for our own projects. And it was a lot. Like, I've never done so much research in my life, probably combined, compared to what I did in the last 4 months. So that was just kind of jarring to me and took a little bit of getting used to. It wasn't that bad, but like I said, it was pretty jarring at first. Coming in and not having a nutrition background was a blessing and a curse. On one hand, I already knew a lot of medical terms, physiology, anatomy, like physical landmarks, the drugs and how the drugs work. That was all fairly solid information that I already knew, which was super helpful. However, I was very unfamiliar with a lot of things that we were doing when it came to case studies. So for example, ADIMS, no idea what that is. How a dietitian goes through their appointments is not something that I was used to. Even knowing what a dietitian does in their day-to-day is not something that I have exposure to, just because frankly I've never shadowed a dietitian other than going to one myself. So just knowing, like, a lot of my classmates work right now in nutrition offices, whether that be in the hospital, private practice, etc. So that was kind of a deficit of mine that I felt I needed to catch up, and I was constantly playing catch up in that regard. A lot of my questions seemed, when I would ask questions in class, they seemed like second nature to the other students, whereas to me it was completely new. So that was just a little bit frustrating. But overall, I thought the semester went really well. This next coming semester, I'm only having 2 classes. It'll be a very similar format, and it'll only last like 9 weeks though, because after the end of the 9 weeks, I go to a short workshop on site in person, and then I'm off to my clinical site down in Florida. I'll definitely make sure to keep you guys updated on how this coming semester goes, and then into clinicals and what even clinicals look like. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.